Hey, Virgo, and welcome to your August 2021 reading. What you heard was just my crystal gong. Got it from a friend. That thing is amazing. So I'm Dan, Second Medium Dan. A lot of you guys might recognize me by that, but Daniel R. Wolf. Welcome to my channel. A lot of you guys have been with me since I started my channel, and then I took a little break, went MIA, and I'm back. So welcome back. So excited to be giving you guys your monthly readings. Hopefully gonna launch a couple more videos throughout the month. If you guys like what you guys hear, go ahead and subscribe down below. Get the like button, hit the like button, subscribe, share, and then hit the notification button so you guys are get notified when I actually post videos. What else? Visit my website, bodysoulspirit.co, if you want a more in-depth reading, more in-depth coaching session to really start looking to see what is happening, beginning to break some patterns and move forward, right? I do a lot of shamanic work, a lot of, transformational coaching. It isn't very intuitive, so we dive deep. We're gonna hey, what's happening? What's holding you back? Go ahead and, click my link below. Everybody right now, there's a limited time promo code that you can get 50% off. Trying to think what else. I kind of just go with whatever Spirit says as a medium. I kind of go with whatever Spirit says. I don't know the meaning of the cards. I do my own spread, pull out I have a bunch of oracle cards that are based on shamanic work, and I go ahead and pull those, get stuff from our grandmother Moon, and also a little bit from the Light Seers Tarot. So, and then final message from our ancestors. So let's see what it is. And for some weird reason, I guess I have to tell you guys, Virgo, I don't read reversals. Whatever comes through will come through. So, exciting month for you guys. That's all I'm going to say. Right off the bat, the one they wanted to come up with was the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles, it's like, hey, there's money. Start saving some money. Money's going to come in, but money's going to go out. So make sure you really invest wisely. Again, with the Two of Pentacles, it's like, hey, you got to balance. What are you going to spend your money on? The King of Wands. Then you have the World card. Yeah, shit's happening here, right? The Death card. Ooh. It's not bad. It's not a bad ooh. The Five of Cups. It feels like a lot, A lot of you guys have had a recent situation. Five of Wands. And then the Two of Wands. So, right off the bat, I feel like a lot of you guys, you guys were in a... during the month of August, I feel like there's going to be a situation where it's like you feel like nothing's going to be going your way. There is going to be a little bit of craziness, but it's like, hey, that's the end of it. Are you willing to? Are you going to pay attention to it? Are you going to take it and allow yourself to grow from it, or are you going to take it and marinate in it and be the victim? Because if you marinate and be the victim, you're not going to be able to put that to rest. There's not going to be a death to that pattern. So it's about. During the month of August, I feel, especially during the third week, it is the death of a pattern of scarcity, of, oh my God, everything's against me. It's that breaking that pattern, breaking that cycle of everything's going so great, and then boom, chaos hits, right? There is transformation, and the world is definitely going to be transforming. It's definitely going to be coming in and saying, hey, we're going to make good things happen. Are you going to break this pattern? It's going to be a tug of war, especially for a lot of you guys. I feel like there is also a tug of war when it comes to family. Like, they're making me feel like, for Virgos, like your family wants to be all up on your business. Like, they're like, oh, here's some advice, here's this. And you're like, did I ask you for it? Are you willing to stand up in your own power and say, hey, I appreciate your advice, but I don't need it. I never asked for it. If you can please, moving forward, keep any comments to yourself. So it's definitely going to be, when it comes to that, there is going to be definitely that transformation, that ability to break that pattern. But it's like, you got to fight with yourself. Your soul's like, hey, just say it out loud. And your ego's like, no, I don't want them to be mad at me. I don't want them to be pissed, right? But it's like, hey, the moment you break that pattern, it's like, you're going to reap your rewards, especially with the Two of Wands, right? Being the beanstalk here, you got to grow. The universe has your back. The moment you do that, you're going to be able to manifest income. You're going to be able to manifest money. Some of you guys are going to manifest a man. There is definitely going to be someone coming in, someone that's going to be pretty wealthy, pretty well off. right? Again, it doesn't have to be wealthy in terms of financially. They might be wealthy in terms of love, of self-love for themselves, self-appreciation. They might be loaded with vulnerability, which is huge. A lot of guys, we don't want to talk about that shit. We're like, I don't want to talk about my issues. I remember studying, we had to read a book, I don't want to talk about it, from Terrence Real. And it's like, good book. How men don't want to talk about shit. But we got to do it, right? As, when you're training to become a psychotherapist, you have to go through that process. So it's going to be really during the month of August, letting go of that stuff and that of all your beliefs, and so you can begin to attract that which you truly want in your life, right? A person who's vulnerable, a person who's willing to just say, hey, this is me. And that's really going to be the biggest key, especially during the month of August. A lot of you guys, I feel like it's kids are growing up. Some of you guys, I feel like some of your kids might be going off to college, and you might feel like, hey, I have an empty nest now. Like my life is chaos. It's your life is ready to transform. You're gotta get ready to live. You gotta be willing to find that balance, especially with the Temperance card. It's a time of transformation. It's a time of release. Yeah, there is the Five of Pentacles. There is going to be some sadness. There is going to be some hurt. You're going to want to be calling them every 5 seconds. It's about letting them go. Letting go of that pattern. Letting go of the pattern of, especially with the Death card again. Letting go of the pattern of, I have to be in control of everything. The Wheel. You guys just got the Wheel. This is the Light Seers deck. You got the Wheel right next to the World, and then the Ace of Cups. Love is coming. But are you willing to break your patterns? A lot of you guys, I feel like, when it comes to patterns, I feel like it also has to deal with money. A lot of their pattern has to deal with money, and how money flows. A lot of you guys, I feel like there's been an imbalance. Not a lot of money's been coming in. You're just like, oh my God, like I'm barely making ends meet. It's that belief in scarcity. I'm there, every 5 seconds I feel sometimes. But it's like you allow yourselves to move out of that pattern, right? Every single time I would, when I would always go into the scarcity mentality, it's like it took me a while to get over it, right? To jump out of that, so I can be like, hey, I'm solid now. Do I catch myself? Yeah, I still do. I still go ahead and catch myself and be like, oh shit, I'm not gonna have enough money, and then I freak out, and then money stops flowing, and I'm just like, wait, why did I just do that? Smack myself upside the head, and then I'm totally fine. But I feel like this month, it's really about paying attention. A lot of you guys, there is going to be a battle between you and family again. Are you willing to show up as yourself? I feel like especially dad figure always feels like, hey, I know what you need. I know what you need. You're not doing it right? But this is my way. That you're being a bad parent or whatever, or you're not making the right choice. You're not choosing the right major. You didn't go to the right school. All these things, right? And it's like, hey, let me make my own mistakes. Let me go. Let me do my own thing. Let me grow up. So there is going to be that battle, because now that battle has triggered you to be like, hey, I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy enough. I'm not smart enough. All these different things are coming into play when it comes to this, and it's not as healthy, right? It's not healthy to be in that role of where you don't feel worthy. I deal with a lot of clients where, and when I work on that, the self-worth is huge. I still have self-worth issues, right? We never finish doing our work, but growing up, it's like, you're not smart enough. It didn't matter how much I studied. It didn't matter how good my grades were. It didn't matter. None of that mattered. You're just never good enough. You're not smart enough. It's always being compared, right? One thing after the next, but it's like you're able to move out of there and say, hey, you know what? I'm moving out of the pattern, and hold yourself accountable to say, hey, I don't appreciate the way you're talking to me. I don't appreciate that. And walking away from a partnership, a relationship, even if it's with family, it's huge. When you stand up for yourself, they might not understand you, but it's like, hey, I'm going to go live my dream, and I'm going to do it my way. Grandmother Moon says, balance spiritually and practically. So the full moon in Pisces. So a lot of you, I connect a lot with the moon. There's always the new moon, the full moon. We just had the moon in Leo. So a lot of it is like really just connecting with the moon, allowing for that balance, for the harmony, right? It's, are you willing to grow? Are you willing to realign yourself? A lot of you guys, I feel like the month of August, it is that realignment. It is that realignment, I think, across the board for every single sign. But for you guys, it's really the realignment with family. It's the realignment with yourself, with the relationship with you have with yourself. There is going to be drama with family, but again, it's, are you willing to let that go? Are you willing to put that to rest? Are you willing to transform your life? You know, look at that shadow part of you, because the moment you do that, you're going to invite love in. You're going to invite people in. I feel like a lot of you guys that might be getting a new job or traveling to get for a new opportunity, it's, you know, it's gonna feel like it's, you were struggling, but then it's like, hey, I'm here. So a couple of you guys, there might be like, hey, a new job coming through, a new opportunity that you're like, damn, I thought they were not going to call back, or it's been a hassle trying to get over there. And finally you're like, oh my God, I'm where I need to be. So I feel like there's definitely going to be a shift when it comes to that during the month of August. Your spirit animal for this month is the porcupine spirit. Time for beginner mind. Go back to the basics. Go back to the basics. Allow yourself to connect. Allow yourself to connect back to who you truly are. Start from the beginning. Don't start from where you think you need to start. Start from the beginning. You know, sometimes we're experts at trying to say, hey, no, I know how this all goes. I'm just going to start from here. It's like, no, go from the beginning. Right? We're like, oh, let me skim through the book. Start from the beginning. Read the preface. Read the intro. Read the table of contents, right? From the shaman dreams is feast of plenty, choices and their consequences. It's this is the month of what have been your choices and what have been their consequences. Every action has a reaction, right? So when we move forward, it's like, if I take this action, what is going to be the consequence? What is going to be the reaction from this? And allow yourself to just say, hey, I don't want that. I don't want that. I'm going to hold myself accountable to make conscious choices. Especially when it comes to relationships. I feel like a lot of you guys, your relationships is going to be coming to a rebalance. A lot of you guys who are single, it's connect back to yourself, not fix your relationship, but realign your relationship with yourself and allow yourselves to really grow as a person, understand yourself, so you really can get to manifest the person you really want. Lightning. So the lightning card, this is from the mystical oracle, I think. The lightning card. Lightning is so sacred. Like right now, we've had thunderstorms all day here in Illinois. So it's been like thundering, lightning, and those are like the best times. I'm like out there and it's like, oh shit. As soon as it gets like really loud, it's like go inside. It's like, okay, I'm gonna go before I get electrocuted, right? But the lightning, it has the ability to just depossess someone to that point, right? It just connect with the element of thunder, connect with the element of storm, the lightning, right? And allow it to heal, allow it to give yourself, to give you the guidance, the cleansing, right? If it's raining, get outside, get wet. It's totally fine. Be a kid. Run around if it's safe. Run around. Go crazy. Well, not crazy, right? They'll throw you in a mental institution, right? But Mother, Father, God, right? For this is from your angels. Connect back to nature. Father Sky, Mother Earth, thunder. It comes from Father Sky and it goes straight into Mother Earth, right? Allow yourself to find that rebalance. Allow yourself to just get rid of some of the shit, all the baggage that you have, the patterns, the crap we don't need. All of this stuff is like, bye, let it go, walk away. And our ancestors, so Virgo, I feel like, during the month, it's like, hey, pay attention to what's happening. For a couple of you guys, for Virgo, I feel like your health is really going to be important. I feel like, your family, one is like, I keep feeling like your family might be the cause of your, of high blood pressure or any medical conditions. So it's like, hey, are you willing to let that go so you can become a healthier life, right? Nature spirits is our final message from our ancestors. Connect with the nature spirits, connect with the fairies, with the elves, with the rock formations. All of these spirits out there that are in the non-physical, they can help us. Fairies are very, very tricky. and they're very, very tricky. They're like the tricksters, right? If you litter, they're probably not going to be your best friend. They're not going to be your BFF. They're going to like play tricks on you, right? But if you're willing to just, I'll give them an offering of tobacco, put it on the ground, in the land, with the flowers, and say, hey, I'm here. Can you guys help me, right? Go sit next to a tree and just read there. Allow yourself to really, really connect. Allow yourself to really grow. And this one just caught my attention at the top of the deck. So this one is expect powerful change, the new moon eclipse. So yeah, the month of August, it's definitely going to be, for Virgo, it's going to be a shift. It is going to be a growth. It is going to be a time for evolving. It's going to be a time for manifestation. But it's all going to come at the cost of looking at all your crap, looking at all the patterns, letting go of the patterns, allowing yourself to release all of it. In order for you to release it, you have to be willing to accept all of you. Accept your worth, right? You're perfectly imperfect. Accept it. Love yourself. Grow. And see yourself manifest and transform into the person that you truly are meant to live, into the person that you're meant to truly be. So yeah, shit's gonna happen. And it's gonna be great, because it's gonna be finally the death of an old you. They keep saying it's like the death of an era. You're finally stepping into your true power. You're finally going to be willing to step into that role of growth, of abundance, of prosperity. You're going to jump into that if you're willing to do the work. And again, I agree. The work might be terrifying, but what's on the other side is so much better. It's hard going through it. I go through it still, right? But I've been there. And I understand it's not pleasant. When we go through our shadow, when we're going through our transformation, where we're identifying our patterns, what's on the other side, it's life-changing. It does take a lot of vulnerability. There is a lot of shame at first, but we move through it. We get ourselves to go into that space of evolving our soul. And when you get there, you never want to go back. So, Virgo, you're going to have a good month. Hope you guys are excited as I am. I'm not a Virgo, but I'm an Aquarius. But I feel like it's going to be a good month for you. A lot of transformation, a lot of rebirths. If you like, again, general readings, but go ahead and like, subscribe, and get the notification button so it can help the algorithm. And again, if you want a more in-depth reading, go ahead and take advantage of the 50% off. Link is below. And I think that's pretty much it, Virgo. Love you all. Take care, and I'll see you guys in September. Bye.